Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to add a second color to your weaving. And the way that I do this, I have created the purple, so the middle is done. And I left 5 inches so that I have something to tie my next color to. And what I do is I'm gonna choose blue for this. I'm gonna put my blue next to my purple, just like that. Hold it together so that the ends are together, right? And I create a loop with them. I go around in a circle, around my 2 fingers a lot of times, but just so I can show you. Around in a circle, I create a loop. You see the loop? I take those 2 little ends and I put them through the circle. Okay. By tying them this way, there is no way that they can come undone. They are tied together, and then I pull it tight, just like that, leaving just a little tail at the end. Now I go to the end of my very long blue and I insert that into my needle. I pay very close attention to the last yarn that I went under. See, I can pull my purple up a little bit and see that it's right here. So I know this one I went under, this one I'm going to go over, and then this one I go under. This one over, this one under, this one over, this one under, and I pull. Now, sometimes the knot gets a little bit stuck, so you want to just make sure you help it out with your other hand gently. You don't pull too tight. And you continue weaving. Every other one, under, over, that's the pattern. Once you learn that, it gets very easy to do. Circle weaving. Up to this one. See, I went under this one. I go over, under, over, under, over, under, pull it taut. Okay, so my knot is against my weaving, my circle so far. I continue going, under, over, until my weaving comes back to the knot. At this point, do not pass the knot. Stop what you're doing. I'm going to show you how to hide these loose threads here. Underneath your weaving, we're going to put these threads. So what I do is I take my needle, I put it against. See how it's right on top of those threads like that? Put it right on top of the threads, and I actually tuck it underneath what I have done so far. I hide my knot under my weaving, isn't that clever? And then I see, okay, this was the last one I went under. So now I go over, under, under, continue until my yarn is 5 inches, and then I attach another one. And it's time to add my next color. My next color is going to be green. It's actually very similar to the blue. Green. I'm going to put the green color next to the blue color. So just reviewing, I'm going to loop around my fingers just like that. See the loop I created? Take these 2 ends, I'm going to put them cross over and through the circle and pull it tight. go back to the end. Take out my needle. And I continue weaving, pulling at every third one I go under. So under, over. Remember, knot gets caught a little bit. Just help it along by putting it under each of your warp threads. 3, pull. Keep going around until my new thread meets the knot, but don't pass it. Take your needle, put it on top of the 2 little ends of the knot, and tuck it underneath. And continue. And your circle weaving is complete. I usually finish it off by adding a little bit of hot glue and just kind of tucking it underneath. But you don't have to do that. A little piece of tape or any Elmer's glue will probably work just as well. I also will many times glue a string on the back so that you can hang it. And sometimes I glue strings dangling down from it and beads so that it looks a little bit like a Native American dream catcher. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Can't wait to see your work.